This episode is fueled by Mountain Ops, supplements to conquer more and crush your countdowns. Visit mountainops.com for all your supplemental needs. Fuel, recover, repeat.
Yeah, no worries. I do Teams meetings every day. I'm pretty used to all this.
Hopefully it's a little more fun.
Yeah, this is already way better.
Sweet. All right, everybody, welcome back to Countdown 2 Podcast. I'm your co-host, Drew.
I'm Leighton.
And we're brothers. All right, you guys, I already love this episode. We have the privilege and honor of going behind the curtain with Warren Kniss. So welcome to the show, Warren.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Did I say your last name right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yes. It's not Kniss.
I butcher a lot of last names.
No, even when someone says it wrong, I don't even care. It's
You
whatever.
just roll with it.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah, it's
There
fine.
you go.
At least I'm
Exactly.
trying.
I know it's
Exactly.
weird, whatever.
Oh, no, gosh. This is one of the easiest ones we've had, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So for reference sake, let's touch on a few things to set up this episode. So as your racing career, you competed at the highest levels of downhill, enduro, mountain biking, including national level events and international competition. Race at Yeti Cycles, Fox development team, where you balanced racing with full-time work and college. You know, a rare combination among elite athletes, and then qualified for and competed in major events while self-funding much of this racing early in your career. As for the college graduate while racing, not only that, though, let's highlight this education while racing. While competing at a high level, you completed your college degree instead of putting in education on hold. Was that your 4-year?
Yeah, and so there's kind of an asterisk. I took some time off to race and ride and film. Yeah.
Oh,
This episode sucks. Man.
Yeah. But no, while racing, I stuck through it and got through college. I knew that mountain biking was not a forever, retire type of career.
Sure.
And so I just wanted to set myself up early on so I had a way out as soon as possible. So
No, that makes
that's
smart.
yeah.
yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
There's no lag on getting the career started, and just one thing to the next.
Yeah, exactly.
What'd you major in?
It's a funny one, communications.
Oh, okay. That is
Wanted to keep my options open.
nice. No, that's
Hey,
good.
no, that means you can go anywhere, basically.
And-
That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
So, but now, okay, so you aren't racing now, right? You have
No,
retired.
I mean I'll do select fun races if I want to, but I'm not risking my life anymore.
Sweet.
I keep it pretty mellow.
Okay,
Cool.
gotcha. No, that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
that's the intro I wanted to paint, or to paint the picture of who we have in front of us here.
I think what makes your story so relatable is that this isn't really about mountain biking. It's about chasing something that matters to you while life keeps demanding your time. Whether someone's working full time, going to school, raising kids, or trying to build a business on the side, I'm hoping this conversation gives them some practical ideas and some confidence, really, that it's possible to make progress without putting the rest of life on hold. So it's super cool to hear. I'm excited to hear how you kind of balance things out. So
Exactly. And
It's a perfect way of putting it, honestly.
all right, so take us back real quick. First off, where are you from, and where are you currently calling home?
So I'm originally from Fremont, California. It's like in the Bay Area. But I like to call Santa Cruz home because that's where all of my riding and, family, girlfriend, that's where everyone's from. That's where everything kind of started for me. So I'd say Santa Cruz is home. And I'm in El Segundo right now. Just moved here 6 months ago for a new job.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm close to Santa Monica Hills, have a bunch of riding up there. And yeah, Simi Valley, Laguna, all that kind of stuff. Those are my local spots now.
Did you get a job with your communications major?
No.
Oh,
It definitely helped.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, I'm a field engineer at Hensel Phelps. They're a big construction contractor in
Shout
the
out.
U.S. Yeah, they're
Cool.
from Colorado.
Oh,
So
sweet.
there you
yeah,
go. It all
yeah,
ties back.
Orange,
yep,
I've heard Orange County's got some good writing too, so a little bit more
yeah.
south of you, but yeah.
All Laguna. It's all good stuff.
Just
Yeah.
watch out for mountain lions. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Our hometown and where I currently reside is just a couple hours north of Fremont. So,
Okay.
um, and then we have a buddy down in Orange County that rides, and so I've been watching all of his videos. I'm like, looks fun.
Yeah. There's some good stuff. It's. I mean, it's not as good as Santa Cruz,
I was
but
gonna say it's
it's
quite
all good.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little warmer too,
Yeah. Totally.
dustier.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when you think back to younger Warren, before racing became serious, what kind of kid were you?
Um, I was pretty. Uh, I'd say I was full of energy. Like I
Cool.
always had to be doing something. I was not like a video game or computer kid. I was like outside, getting into trouble, skate parks, whatever.
Sweet.
Anything outside, that was kind of my thing.
It's good. I love it.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you have to really focus on racing stuff like that? Did you have to kind of switch gears or not be involved with many other things growing up, or was
Yeah.
it all part of the mix?
I mean, so my parents are the ones who got me into mountain biking. They were both mountain bikers themselves,
Nice.
and they always kind of just, that was my. I think they saw that was kind of my outlet, and I was like, you know what, go ride mountain bikes, go to BMX, skate park, whatever you want to do, just go out there and do that, and I'll keep you out of trouble. So I think they were smart for giving that to me and making that a priority.
Well, I've heard the saying, if you want your kids to not get into drugs, have them get into mountain biking, then they can't afford drugs. So
Yeah, exactly.
kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
That's cool that it seems like your parents found the balance between cramming something down your throat so you never want to do it versus like, hey, here's an outlet. And I feel like that's a
Yeah.
balance with my kids. I'm trying to find where it's like,
Yeah.
do this, So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
What would you say the difference between passion and discipline is?
Well, I think your passion kind of leads you into finding discipline. I think if it weren't for mountain bikes and having to figure out how to work hard and make stuff happen, then I wouldn't really have the work ethic I have now to like,
Yeah.
make stuff happen. It's just like my job I have now. It's like right as I got out of mountain bikes, it was kind of like, okay, like put your head down. The next thing, like put all your effort towards that, and good things will come of hard work. So,
Nice.
it's a total parallel, I think.
Yeah, I love that because we talk a lot about like either exercise or mountain biking, how much it transfers to life on needing to get done what you need to get done, like choosing hard things. So
Totally. Don't pay your bills, can't go mountain biking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we've had the opportunity to speak to quite a few athletes in different disciplines, and there always seems to be a case or a time when it's like, hey, this is fun as a kid or whatnot, and then switches to, hey, I could do this professionally. When was that for you?
There's like two key moments that I like pretty vividly remember. As a little background, I was on the Palmer project. So Sean Palmer
Oh,
started a
crazy.
little race team
Huh.
and gave support to like
I remember hearing about that.
5 riders. And I was kind of just having fun. Throughout the season, I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like I'm doing good. And then the world's team came out, and I was like one of the 4 or 5 riders that was on it. And I was kind of like, oh, wow. Like I didn't even expect this. This wasn't like my plan. And at Worlds, I like saw all the other racers and everyone like their game faces on. I was like, holy, this is pretty cool. Like I think if I just keep going, and keep riding with these guys, like I could maybe do something with this. And that was, not a thought at the beginning of that season. I think it was 2017. And, halfway through that, I was like, okay, like let's put my head down and try as hard as I can and make this work.
That's awesome. And did you say that was in Santa Cruz?
No, that was it was like a national team for
okay.
intense cycles.
Copy.
And we had I think 6 or 7 national stops that we hit throughout the season. And he was kind of our coach, gave us bikes, gave us gear, and traveled around with us, and kind of told us to toughen up and
he was a
go
wild
fast.
man, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's a wild guy, but he's one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. He's awesome. He has a good way of instilling confidence in you and boosting your ego, kind of like, dude, you're good. You got this.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Shit, if he's saying that, like,
right?
Must be
let's
true.
do it. Yeah.
I love that.
So,
Okay, so fast forward a little bit. You were working, going to school, and training, racing at the
Yeah.
same time. Do you ever feel like you were falling short in every area because you were spread too thin, or did you find that balance pretty quick?
I was pretty good at holding my head high and just telling myself, like, you know what, these guys have been here for a few weeks or whatever, they have the upper hand on you, but like, you're a good rider, just do what you can. It's still fun. Go out there, go fast, hit all your marks, and that should carry you through to some results. And luckily it did. And back home when I was working and going to school, it's like, all these other kids have stuff going on as well, so don't feel too bad for yourself. You're still fucking mountain biking.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like just do what you can. I'd go ride till it was dark and get all my stuff done, go to work early. Just, it's how it went.
Whatever it took,
good.
right?
Yeah. It was just like I had one focus, and that was racing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So most people see you only on the race weekend. They don't see the Monday through Friday grind. What would you say is the hardest part of balancing all those responsibilities?
Just really like having a good schedule. There's no way you can keep up with everything. And it's kind of what you allow yourself to slip. I've been late to work countless times, and luckily I had a really cool boss that kept me employed and saw the dream as well. So it's like, you stay on top of what is most important, and the other stuff, it's like you do what you can, and you try and make it work. I think
That's
everyone
awesome.
has that. Everyone has those experiences. It's like you just do what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And one thing I wanted to relay here is like, especially for our listeners that aren't really into mountain biking or know the pro scene much, you don't make much money mountain biking.
No.
Not
at all.
You think of in comparison to like Tour de France, where these dudes are rolling in, Bentleys and whatever. Downhill mountain biking probably can't sustain somebody. Is that correct?
Yeah, unless you are insanely fast and you're super dialed, like it's just you're not living off it really. I don't think.
Yeah.
Taking care of everything on the back end is a big task. There's no way that happens unless you got some really good support from the old parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like it's only short lived too. Like you can only be the fastest for so long. Like
Truly, yeah.
So it's,
like you even kind of see that with this season. It's like Finn Isles. I can't remember the last time he was on the podium, but he's got his speed back, which is super sick to see. But it's kind of those ebbs and flows, and it's like who's gonna stick it out the longest to put the work in and get back.
Yeah. They keep getting younger. It's crazy.
Yeah, all these young kids are so gnarly. It's
Yeah.
Okay, Jackson Goldstone. when I first started downhilling, I'd go up to Whistler, and that's when his video dropped of him on a
Little Strider.
Strider. Thank you.
Basically,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I mean, I haven't been mountain biking too long, but it's just like, holy crap, he's podiuming now, and I saw him when he was like this tall,
Yeah,
totally. So it's crazy.
Yep.
It's because they all grow up at Whistler. It's
Yeah,
not fair.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, looking back, what habits helped you survive those years that still serve you today?
Honestly, I was just stubborn. I was like, I don't
Is that a habit?
really, yeah, I'm not sure.
It is now.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just like, it really was whatever I had to do, just to get to the races. And like once I was there, I was kind of like, whoever I was traveling with, I'm like, sorry guys, I don't have any money. Like, I'm just sitting in the van. I'll change a tire for you.
Yeah.
I'll go buy some chain lube, but that's about all I got. I'll wash your bike.
At least you're there putting in the work.
Yeah,
One way or another.
It really was. It was just like stubborn. I thought I could do it, and I think it's kind of the biggest thing is just like having confidence. Like I can do this. Like if everything comes together, like I'm dialed.
Yeah. It sounds like you made it come together. It wasn't a magical thing.
No, it took a lot of work, but
Yeah.
there was a few seasons where I had it figured out.
Good. Yeah. You mentioned arriving at races after everyone else because work came first. Mentally, how difficult was it knowing other riders already had days on the course before you even unloaded your bike?
Yeah, I want to make it clear that it's not everyone was there. Like obviously not everyone was just there weeks before, but there was a select few that I was battling with that had the ability to be there a few weeks early and know the tracks, and it was kind of tough to get through that, but it was kind of just put your head down while you're there. Wednesday, Thursday, those practices, it's like just don't even think about them. Just learn the tracks, watch your GoPros, and just put that out of your mind, because it doesn't matter when everyone's on the course. Everyone has little things that happen. Even if you're the most dialed on the track, it's like anything could happen. So yeah, you just set your eyes on the last stage, and once you're finished, then you figure out where you stand to just do what you can while you're there.
Yeah, that's smart, because I mean otherwise that's comparison, and that's like the thief of joy. It's the you have control over yourself, your situation. You can't focus on others, so you made the best of what you have. So that's freaking awesome.
I will say there's while you're racing, you come into a section and you're smoked, and you're like, that dude's pedaling,
Yeah.
And so then you're like, oh, you get up, you pedal, there is a whole thing to comparison too. Like in the runs, it's pretty valuable to have that comparison. It's like, you just act like they're right on your heels, and you pedal as hard as they're pedaling it in your mind. But
that's good.
Yeah. No, and how did you keep comparison from being discouragement? I mean, because that could be super demotivating as well.
Honestly, it was still so fun to be at the races.
Okay,
So
nice.
it's like if I'm 14th or whatever, I'm like
You're
in
still
the
there.
most beautiful part of Colorado, riding around on a mountain bike. You're like, I'm good. That's what it came to a few times, was like, I'm not making this time up. Let's just have a good time with my friends, mess around, joke around, and have fun.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Love that. Yeah, we preach on having fun, like make life fun. It can be a terrible, terrible place. So try to do what you can to make it fun. But
yeah, always.
Yeah, always. When you would stand in the start gate, what conversation was happening inside your own head?
Most of the time, it was pretty similar. Like you're here, you're on the start gate, you're healthy. Like, get to the bottom, have fun, and we'll see what happens. No matter what, everyone's gonna give it their all. Yeah, I don't think anyone's on the start gate being like, nah, we'll go like 80%. I think everyone's like trying as hard as they can. So I don't think it's a lack of effort from anyone up there, but it's kind of just like a, you know what, just be glad you're here racing. You have a sick team, best bike in the world. Like, have fun, man. Like, get to the bottom, be clean.
Well, and
So.
I love that mentality because it's such a silent victory. Even if you are 14th place, like you said, it's like, no, I'm a 14th, but I'm way ahead of those that are going to try, or those that are in the
Yeah.
crowd, or whatnot. And so, most people define success by those podiums. Looking back now, what moments actually made you feel like you were making progress as a professional?
All of them, all the moments that really stick with me are like validation from peers that I looked up to. I've done a few shoots with Giro and other companies where I've been able to ride with like people that I looked up to for like years. And when I'm sitting there next to them, and you give nucks, and they're like, yo, like, I was sick. It's just like, wow, I'm
That's
fucking
awesome.
I'm here with all these guys. This is so sick. Like, I'm doing it, There's like one particular time up in Whistler, our dog, who's from Santa Cruz, he's like,
is
I'm not
he?
yeah, he's from Santa
Crazy.
Cruz.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I was like, I'll follow you down whatever dirt merchant or something. He's like, I'm not following you. And
Oh, it's high
he's like, you
praise.
got clips on or whatever. Like, you're the fast guy. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's just fun to it's rewarding to be up there with all those guys and be right there in the mix. A train down the sickest trail ever with everyone you watched movies of, and little edits that you've watched 1,000 times. It's like, wow, this is sick.
Yeah, that's awesome, because like I am nowhere near on keeping up with other pro riders at all whatsoever, but it is a cool feeling with this podcast. Like, we've become friends with certain pro riders and stuff, and like texting back and forth, and it's like, dude, like a year ago I was just like, this guy was my idol. Like, he's still like, I still look up to him, but it's just like, wow, now we're like buddies, and he'll hit me up or something like that. So I get that. Like, was that the day you kind of realized that like you belong here, or was there another more pivotal point?
I think there's been a lot of those days where it's like you're out there and you're having fun with everyone, goofing around, and that's more the stuff that sticks with you, when you're buddies, and it's not even so much the riding. It's like, dang, these are all my friends, and everyone I've raced with, Jubal, Sean, Blair, Nick Nesterov, Cody, like all those guys. It's like, dude, we're all buddies and we all respect each other. It's like these are the dudes that I like to hang with, and it's like, this is where I belong. Like, I fit in here. Everyone else fits in here. I think everyone's stoked on each other, so it's cool.
That's awesome. I have a funny story about Jubal. I was going through Instagram and I came upon this video of some Yeti rider all in turquoise, and I was like, I recognize that background, and I showed my fiance, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's our local trails here in Northern California. I was like, yeah, it absolutely is. And I reached out to him. He's like, oh yeah, I've been working here the last 6 months. I just moved back to the Midwest. I was like, I had no idea, like right in my backyard.
This time.
Like, this tiny town that no one knows. And so I've been kind of talking with him a little bit, but
he's a good guy. He's responsible for getting me on Yeti.
Sweet. That is awesome. We've been in talks of having him and Sean on. It's just scheduling, and so need to get on him about getting on here.
he's kind of hard to wrangle.
We're definitely gonna use you as bait now and be like, hey, Warren was on and he was awesome.
Yeah.
So
do it.
Yeah.
Well, we need the big three from Good Company video.
For the gathering.
Because we last year when we decided to make the Yeti Gathering our year-long countdown to we watched that video and like screenshotted you guys manually, and we're like, that was the motivation right there. So
that was on my phone.
Just full
Dude,
circle
sick.
like moment.
Yeah, that was a fun
Um,
video.
dude, it looked so fun, but
Yeah, those are my favorite dudes to ride with.
good.
Nice.
Yeah,
Those people are important. So
dude, both of them are so gnarly.
it seems that you too, man. You too.
Yeah, thanks.
Building a life around a dream. You were filming with friends while racing because every opportunity mattered. Looking back, was filming about creativity, survival, and or creating a brand? Wait, looking back.
Creating your brand, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
read that in a
mean,
really
yeah,
weird way.
no, totally. I think from early on, just because I had watched all the mountain bike movies like New World Disorders and all those seasons and following like it's just like that's what you should do as a mountain biker is like film something, put your name on it, and like this is kind of what represents me. And I was lucky enough to kind of grow up with my buddy Isaac when he was getting into filming, and we would just go out and film all the time. And I knew that like if I was filming, getting it out on the internet, sponsors would hopefully, see that and be like, oh, he has some value like in the media space too. And like,
Mhm.
let's get him some wheels or let's get him some suspension or something like that. And I think that helped me a lot through racing too, because I was destroying wheels and, like I couldn't afford to, I was running some janky stuff, trying to go fast, and that's not the most confidence instilling. So I knew that filming was pretty important to that side of mountain biking. So it was definitely in my mind. I don't think I ever really thought about it like too much because it was just like, yeah, it's another day I can go ride and like film and see myself and work on stuff I want to look different and whatever, like kind of create my own style, which is cool. So yeah, it just was not really super thought out, but looking back, it's like there was something there.
Yeah.
That's sick. It's funny you mentioned how expensive wheels are. I remember the first time I needed to upgrade them, and I was like, they told me a price. I was like, "Excuse me, like, might as well get a new bike." Like,
Yeah. It's insane.
wild. Yeah,
No.
but it makes sense. Like, it's a very tender part to keep you alive. So I kind
Totally.
of get it. But
Yeah, well, speaking of which, so we're seeking advice here because you're crafty. So when resources are limited, you become resourceful. My question is, what skills from those years still shape you today? And why we're asking this is because the podcast is a year and a half old. So we've been running an episode per year, excuse me, per week,
one
per
episode
year.
per
Yeah,
year.
yeah, man. Woo. And it's been great, and it's been growing like crazy. And all of a sudden, it's like we're invited to this and to do that and all this stuff like that. But this is all a labor of love. It's all free. And so, like,
Totally.
I mean, I'm just thinking about my bike back here. I'm bringing like the rear wheel is bent, and I'm losing air, and I'm just like, I have no money to put into a new wheel kind of thing. So,
Yep.
tell us how to be crafty.
Dude, you gotta get out there and get a big hunt poster in the background or something, like reach out to everyone and just say like, here's what I can offer. I'm sure you guys already know this stuff, but that is what it is. I've used a lot of people and just reached out to anyone I could just for a little bit of help. And everyone, luckily I've had a lot of good friends that are in the industry that have helped me out, and I couldn't be more appreciative to them. It's that's kind of how it goes. Everyone tries to help each other, which is awesome.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like you are returning that in some way, form or another, with the younger generation, or?
Yeah. So, I mean, every time I go anywhere, I see Groms riding around, and it's so important to be cool to them. I didn't really have anyone that was like horrible to me,
Sure.
but I did have dudes that I wished were kind of nicer. Not even nice, but just like acknowledged I was there,
Yeah.
which at such a young age you don't have the vision of like other people have stuff going on, or they're just focusing on what they
Sure.
got. But I now these days I'm definitely more like, I say what's up to every grom, and make sure they know that the older dudes are still there watching, and see them.
Yeah, that goes a
It
long way.
It does.
It's important because it makes, I mean, a lasting impression. This didn't even happen to me, but I still remember like 15 years ago or something when I first got into mountain biking. God, it's been that long. It's crazy. But Drew, I think you were telling me that you or one of your friends was up at Crankworks, and there's these 3 sibling racers from the UK.
No names, yeah, right?
and one of them, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I met him, and he was a dick." And so, if they want to come on here and state otherwise, they totally can. But yeah, but it makes a big difference because 15 years later, didn't even happen to me directly, and that's the impression I had. And so that's awesome and really important. So
it is important, and I think everyone tries to work on it. I have things that I look back at and I'm like, oh God, like why?
right,
but that's why I'm nice now, is
right. Wish you could find that one person that one time.
Exactly. Yeah. But life lessons.
Exactly. You can learn from it or not, and that's how people become a-holes. So
Yep.
Do you think having to earn everything for yourself, and yes, you had a lot of help, but still, it was you. Do you think that made success more meaningful, or was success by itself meaningful otherwise?
No, I mean, it's totally like the classic, the journey, or whatever the saying is. It's like, that's what totally makes it. If I just all of a sudden was like good at riding and good at racing, like it just wouldn't, I wouldn't care as much. It's because like my parents had invested so much, and took me to all these races when I was super young, and they're always stoked. Like no matter what I do, they're like, great job, like cool video. My mom loves the videos, and that's what makes it for me, is like all these years of hard work from other people, even sponsors. It's not like I was one of the best riders ever, so justifying to their bosses to give me a little product, I mean, it goes a long way. I appreciate everyone.
That's awesome. Moms love the videos as long as you're not crashing. So
yeah. She still watches the crash ones, which is funny, but
that is funny actually.
Yeah, but no, it's all good.
Speaking of people behind the journey, has anyone ever believed in you more than you believed in yourself, and who are they, or were they?
I mean, first of all, yeah, my parents. It's kind of like they always ask, they're like, what are you doing even still to this day? What's up with mountain bikes? I'm like, I'm still doing it, but when it works. And in terms of people in the industry, I think Jordy Cortez from Fox, he flowed me a bunch of forks and suspension before I was even on the national scene really. I was riding my buddy Kieran's old downhill bike that was spray painted, and
Nice.
he's like, here's some suspension. So
that's awesome.
There's a ton of people. My girlfriend too, I've been with her for a long time, and she's always, it doesn't matter how I do or what I'm up to, she's like, yeah, you're doing it, so good job. Just keep at it.
That's rad.
But yeah,
that's awesome. And like, I don't know, like for instance, throwing you forks when you're on like a spray painted bike, it's like they see you, like it's like anyone can hop on a really nice bike and do fine, but the heart and soul, that's what people believe in. And and it sounds like that's what you showed them.
Yeah, so. Totally. All my friends too that I grew up racing with, it's like, everyone wants to see all their buddies do good. So
yeah,
all them too, shout out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You can go down the list if you want.
Me?
No, I said,
Oh,
I
I'm
meant he can
sorry.
go down a list of friends if he
Yeah.
wants
Oh,
to,
the
to
different-
shout out.
Yeah, the shout out list.
I thought you were talking about the outline. I was like, I don't see a list here. But anyway, so success and perspective. When people finally start recognizing your name, does it change, or did it change the way you saw yourself?
I mean, a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be silly to say no.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely had more confidence in myself while I was doing a bunch of videos and racing all the time. I would show up and I would just have the mindset that, like, you know, like this weekend I'm feeling good. It's, you know, it's like it's a top 5, you know, and it feels good when you have that confidence. But in terms of like personally, no, I was like, I've like been the same dude. I always tell everyone, like, I'm just like normal. I'm like a normal guy.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know? They're like, I just like to ride and go fast. It doesn't really, I don't think anyone has that, like, you know, I'm special because I can go fast, but
Yeah.
I think everyone is normal in their own way.
Yeah.
No, that
That
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Last night, actually, I was kind of feeling that because, like, with the podcast, some people in my local town, people will start to like recognize me that I either don't remember, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then, like, we've gotten a couple sponsors lately, and then I was just like, I'm just a normal guy, like, just having fun. And I was like, oh, there it is. Like, I get, because I used to get annoyed with people who would be like, I'm just a guy. And I'm like, yeah, but you're like, cool, like, have some confidence in that. So not to gloat or anything, but, you know, it's just,
No, I think there's like a
sense.
certain level too that you make it to where that it becomes easier to kind of lose yourself. And I was never even close to that. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it like feels nice to like not even, you know, have that in my mind of like, am I being too cool or something? You know, it's like, it's
I always
like,
have to ask myself that.
Yeah, I don't want to be that dude. So
yeah, well, there's a healthy balance between confident and cocky, you know, or like
sure.
appreciative and cocky. So
Yeah.
I feel like you have a great grasp on that. So
yeah.
What is the biggest thing you miss about racing, and what is the biggest thing you don't miss about racing? I think there was a better way to ask that, but I'm not sure.
No, I get the question though. I don't miss crashing. You know? There was a lot of times where I laid it out too hard, and I was just, you know, trying too hard, being too aggressive. And it's such a hard balance to find, and it's stressful to like know you have a little more, but you're not hitting it out of safety or whatever that is, and like struggling with, you know, like, am I scared or something? Like trying to figure that out. That was always pretty stressful for me. And then also like disappointing people was I hated that. You know, you'd roll in like, I don't know, 7th or 8th, and you're like, I was close, but now I got to go face the team manager and the mechanics and be like, thanks guys, but it's all I got, which was never like an awesome feeling, but it was cool to have all of them be like, no, dude, you're good. Like you did
cool.
great. Yeah. It was like very, very good people around me during all of that. So, simplified, it was just the stress of racing. Wasn't fun. But I liked everything else. Everything else was so fun. I loved being out with my friends. After races was always super fun. You know, we go hang out and swim or do whatever, you know, go mess around. And also just the bike park days were just the raddest, you know, like you just go out and shred is so fun.
yeah, we used to go to Whistler every year, and it's been like 5 years. So it's like, and I used to live, because Drew lives in Washington. I used to live up in Portland. We both did at the same time. And then so it's like not too hard of a day's trip to get up there. And now it's like, this is a trek if I'm going to get up there.
Yeah.
So,
it's a long drive, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Has reaching your goals ever felt different than you imagined it would?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I thought, once you get like an overall, podium and whatever, that next year it was like set, like I'm good. Could just go mess around all off season and come back and just be dialed. But just so not the case, it's like the whole stress game all over come like February or March. You're like, oh shit, am I behind? Or
Yeah.
like what should I be doing? What are other people doing? Um, there was just no time where it was like I made it. It was always I think I don't know if there really is a point where you even tell yourself you make it. It's always the next thing. At least for me
Sure.
personally, I was kind of like always got to be doing something, always got to be working on something. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was no point where I was like, this is good for me.
Yeah.
It was always the next thing.
Yeah.
With us being like more on the mental health side in this podcast, because this is documenting my brother and I's own journey. We
Yeah.
always met while we're training, getting healthy. It's like, what is making it even look like? And Drew says it really well, and I'll say it for him.
Yeah, please do, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that it's about the journey. Like
Oh, there we go.
the
Okay.
end of the journey is death, basically.
Yeah.
So we're always
Arrival
on
is
to
death,
the
yeah.
next thing.
Yeah.
And I used to have such an unhealthy look at that, because it was like, oh, that next step, I'll finally be happy. And right now I'm not. And so
Yeah.
I only look to the future and not make my current state happy. So I think you're right about that. Of just like, it's not never an ending next step.
Yeah, I have luckily been able to like kind of figure that out within the last few years. It's like, there's always something to do, projects to work on. It's like just be in the moment. Enjoy what you got going on right now. There's like, I think it was like 3 years ago or something. I was like looking around and I was riding, and I had like the sickest e-bike ever. I looked at my truck and I was like, dude, I love this truck. Like I liked where I lived. I was like, dude, this is like a few years ago, I would be so stoked, So
You're
like
right.
trying to always like wrangle my brain back and be like, dude, you're dialed. Like just be stoked where you're at has been pretty nice. It took me a while to figure that out, because I always had some stress of like almost there, and
Right.
just you're never there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In your career, did you ever have a moment where you're headed towards a direction, you're fighting for it, you receive it, you get it, whether it be a podium or whatnot, or landed the sponsorship of a lifetime or whatnot, and you got it, and then just was like, oh, that's it,
um
or
no,
something?
I don't think so. I think when I got on Yeti, I was literally like, holy shit, like
Oh, sure, yeah.
this is the sickest thing. I like had a Yeti when I was younger, and like I love Jared Graves. Like still have his poster in my garage back home.
Yes.
I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, dude, this is it. Like if I don't do anything else, like that's fine.
Yeah.
Like this is awesome. But to answer your question, really, I mean, no, I think I've always been stoked on where I've landed, and everything that came with it was always like way more than I had ever imagined for myself. So yeah, couldn't be more grateful to everyone at Yeti for helping out with that.
Sure. And I mean, that sounds really healthy.
Yeah.
for sure.
It felt healthy in the moment too, which was like, I'm like, this is awesome. Let's just do what we can with this, like
Yeah.
let's just give it everything we got, and if they're happy, I'm stoked too. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Identity beyond the bikes. Now, again, this is not a mountain bike podcast. It's one where we talk about, health, mentally, physically, spiritually, even. But we talk about a lot with athletes and such who had an identity in their sport. Who has worn this now retired from racing?
This has been like, it's been a chill transition, but
Okay.
this was something I had thought about before. Like, almost like pre-planned it. Was like, you know, this is like all you right now is like a mountain biker, but you know, when that goes away, I had seen some people that I knew just kind of like never get out of it and keep trying, which was like super cool. And like I'm stoked that they have their thing that they like, but I just knew it wasn't going to be like forever for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that transition was honestly pretty hard. Just like going into normal life and being like, all
Yeah.
right, got to start all over at a company. And it's like, not to be weird, but like, you know, no one knows me, you know, no one knows what I'm
Right.
capable of or whatever, you know. It's like at a company, at a construction company, it's like, oh, cool, you're good at riding bikes. Like, who cares? You know,
I was a
but,
big
you know,
deal. I
Yeah.
was a big deal.
no, totally.
Watch this video.
Yeah. But it was like something that I just was like, you know, it is what it is, you know, it's totally fine. You know, you learn to just find yourself in other things, you know, other stuff you enjoy.
Where do you fulfill
ahead.
your competitive side? I mean, because clearly you had one for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I still love to race moto.
Okay.
Not race so much, but I do little races here and there.
Okay.
And that kind of like that fulfills me, you know. It's just like I'm like competitive towards myself, you know. It's like any old little project, I'm like, I need to do this as good as I can, you know.
That's
Like
awesome.
I'm like kind of a perfectionist and weird little things, but yeah, like little side quests. I just like figuring stuff out. I feel like I'm kind of a learner, you know, and it's like it's something new, something to, you know, stimulate my brain. It's like anything I can get my hands on that interests me right in this moment. Like that's what I'm gonna do. Like right now it's surfing. You know, I
Yeah.
suck
Nice.
at surfing, but it's like so fun. Every day I'm just like, all right, a little better. Like that
That's
was a sick
awesome.
turn.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like so that's me.
Did you have to do that with in growing up with mountain biking? Like, were you naturally good at riding, or did you just learn
Uh,
quickly?
I want to honestly, yeah, I was pretty like natural with bikes. Anything involving bikes, it just came natural. I don't know why, but I just started so young. I started racing
Okay.
BMX when I was like 3.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, I don't know anything other than riding bikes. It's
Right.
like that's been my thing like till now, you know, is riding.
That's awesome because like I was curious because I feel like sometimes when people are naturally good at something and then they go on to something and they don't pick it up immediately, or you know, like you said, you suck, they just
Yeah.
like, oh, give up, don't try. Or like the
Yeah.
smartest kid in school, he goes off to college at Harvard and he's not the special one anymore, and
Right.
it's pushing him, you know, like they crash out. So that's great. I'm happy that
Yeah.
you have that.
I'm like like I said, I was pretty stubborn. I'm still stubborn. I try to say I'm not, but I fully am. It's like if I don't get it, I will spend so long trying to figure it out. Just so like in myself, I like know, like yeah, I did it. I learned as much as I could. It's like same with golf. You know, a few years ago I picked up golf, and I'm like, all right, I have to get good at this because I'm so bad. So
Oh gosh,
anyway,
yeah.
yeah, it's like anything I do, I'm like I have to dedicate myself to it for some reason.
That's
all
good.
in, all in.
Yeah, yep.
You kind of answered this question, but I kind of want to ask it anyway, just to kind of maybe pinpoint it a little bit more. But what parts of your identity now have nothing to do with mountain biking?
I think, dude, I don't really know. Everything kind of circles back to it for some reason.
I think that's okay too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I made an Instagram post like a few years ago, and it was like I can literally give credit to like everything in my life to mountain bikes. Like every friend I have, every skill I have, it's like some way related to mountain biking. You know, it's but I guess outside of mountain biking, I just like I don't know.
yeah.
I don't really know how to answer that. I think everything circles back. It's been a part of my life for so long that it's like it's taught me everything. So
Yeah.
everything I am now is through that.
Yeah. That's an exciting place to be. Like you can figure something out, and you're in the unknown, and you know how to find that. And so
Yeah, it's just, hard work. Yeah, it's kind of just how I make everything work. It's
Yeah.
just, put your head down, get to it. Everyone's bad at something,
Yeah. Right. Well,
or everyone's bad when they first start,
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right,
I tell my
yeah.
son that all the time. And I mean, you starting biking at 3, and then, through your going to college, working, having to be scrappy, to be able to race. I mean, that's identity forming all right there, to where, of
Yeah,
course, biking is going to be a part of your future no matter what, because it made you in a way,
fully. I think that's why I can't really answer that, is because like all those lessons were learned from it. It's like not even financially. It's like I learned how to budget because of racing, and like put other things aside that I really wanted to do, but were just not as important. Like sold my dirt bikes, um, had a shitty truck for a while.
Mhm.
It's like whatever, it's
Yeah.
Pay the
fine,
dues. Yep.
Yeah, like you got to get through it. It's just a small time in your life, so
Well,
try hard.
maybe this is a healthy transition from, mountain biking as racing, as pressure, as so much weight, versus maybe now you'll go into more mountain biking for fun and hobby, and
Yeah.
something you do on the weekends versus the weekday, Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's actually I've been telling people this lately, is because it's been so nice to like have mountain biking be a hobby again. Like I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy riding a little bit slower and just like choosing stupid weird lines just to like see if I can do this, like why not?
Yeah.
I'm not racing, why take the
Yeah.
fastest line? I'll like go do a bunch of weird stuff and make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Leighton,
What?
his going slower is our blinding speed that we'll never catch. So just wanted to put that out there. So
Well, yeah, it does take a lot of weight off, because I sometimes road bike and I hate it.
no, sure.
It's just
dare
a
you.
whole new ball game, because it's like we got to stay right on each other, we got to push, and I do it for health. Versus mountain biking, we're out laughing, we're having fun, we're talking in between at the trail, at the top of each trailhead. Dude, did you see that? And you fell and did something stupid. It's a big difference between racing and
No, it's awesome. It's like I said, it was never not fun, but now it's gained a whole new level of fun. And especially like when I go back home, it's all time. It's like, dude, I missed this. Like this is the sickest thing ever. And like I'll never not ride mountain bikes. It's part of me, It's I don't want to make it sound like I'm not a mountain biker anymore. Like I'll fully be that till I
sure.
die. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's funny because the way we were kind of framing some of the questions, it sounds like you have to move on from mountain biking even though you're not racing. It's like no, you don't.
no, not at all. No, I think it's important to not. I think if you just quit, you gain some like animosity towards mountain biking, because you only remember the stress that you left on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's important to get back to healthy with it.
Yeah. Here's a light question. What?
Fair.
It's heavy. What is your desired legacy?
Interesting. I think I want to be known as being nice to everyone. Like I want to just, dude, this is a hard one. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I can leave a legacy of just being like a solid guy off the bike, and then also being, good on the bike whenever anyone saw me, like I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind if, people see me mess up and crash or whatever. Like it's whatever. That's part of being good is eating shit hard, you know? So, yeah, I think I just want to be known as someone who tried and ripped, you know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, and that's such a needed thing even more now than ever, especially when we're talking about Groms and stuff like that, where it's just like, hey, to be a nice guy is your goal. That's more and more rare these days, or, you know, with this world that we're in and everything pushing the limit and pushing people's buttons and stuff like that. I mean, being a nice guy is going to be an amazing feat to have, you know?
Yeah. And, you know, like not to take away from any Instagram type of, you know, stuff, but like, it's just not something I fully care about too much either. It's like, I don't need people to go back and watch old stuff of me. It's like, if you saw it once, like that's good enough, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to talk about the Yeti gathering. Unlike you, my brother and I were very late bloomers in our health journey, body, spirit, mind. That's
Yeah.
kind of the origins, like Leighton was saying with this podcast and our journey. We both ride Yetis, and so finally last year we're just like, dude, we got to make it happen and go to this gathering.
Yeah.
And so in that, you've been to one before. You're going to be heading to the one that we're headed to in a few weeks here. We've been talking about the gathering for a while now. And so you've been to one.
Yep.
I'm going to kind of jump here because I already asked or answered this one question, but how was it for you? And were you like, you know, I needed this, or what was the take on it?
Yeah, dude, I haven't really even heard of any bike brand or really any, I'm sure there are, but like brands that just like do something for the people that buy their stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this is like, I feel like it's pretty rare in this day and age to like have a brand like care so much about their customers, which is cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to, if you want to sell more stuff to those people, that you loop them into stuff that you guys are doing and make them a part of it, which is really cool. I'm super stoked that Yeti does that, and I'm stoked that like I get to be a part of it too, going out and riding with everyone. And it's super fun. You know, like last year we had a good time. Like everyone at Yeti that works there is like super sick, you know, and they all shred, and so it's a great time. I think this year it's like kind of at a bike park-ish type of spot. So, I mean, we're just going to be doing laps the whole time. Like, I can't wait. It's been a while since I've been to a bike park, so I'm super stoked.
What are you bringing?
I am undetermined on what I'm bringing yet.
Okay.
I might bring my MTE or I might bring my 165. Both of those are like my two rigs of choice. So I'm not sure.
You flying or driving?
I'm flying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No wonder you're going one. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta work. Yeah,
Yeah,
gotta be
I
back
understand
Monday
that.
morning.
Understand
But it's
that.
all good. I can't wait. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
We've always, because we, you know, have heard in the past of how much riding per day, how much climbing. So we made it our goal of like, okay, let's train really well this next year so we can actually have fun and not just survive. And then we started interviewing all these ambassadors and like Sushi Danny and all these people that go every year, and they're like, "Oh, it's all about the fun," and we had no idea about the fun part of it after riding.
They're like, it's about the afterlife, man. It's like,
It fully is. No,
brave
it
in the
fully is.
woods.
Yep. Yeah, no, that is a super fun part. I think Justin, you had him on. He pops this little tent in the back and
Yep.
you know, has his bar. Dude, that was the sickest thing last year, is making us these milkshakes. I forget what they even were, but
Oh,
they're so
boy.
good. Yeah, they were super good.
What did he call them?
They're espresso martinis.
Oh,
Anyway.
espresso martinis. Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
Oh, boy.
we were up all night.
Yeah, dude.
It was super fun.
Oh,
Dude, Justin's awesome.
Dude, he's sick.
I can't wait. How do you? I mean, you're from the West Coast. How do you deal with elevation going to Colorado?
Great question.
That's what
I
we're
don't
working
mind.
on.
I've done it so much that it like you just can't even think about it. You know,
Okay.
you got to just show up and be like, oh, I'm fine. You know,
Yeah.
Okay.
second
Mind
day
over
maybe a
matter.
little headache, but either way, even at all the races, I'd eat like a ibuprofen or something just to thin the blood so I could breathe better. I don't know. It's like
Sweet.
I love these
Yeah.
tricks, man.
yeah, there was some sneaky tech in there.
I've also never heard anyone say, "I'm going to eat some ibuprofen." I was
Yeah.
thinking like you're going to say a banana or something. I was like,
No,
"Oh,
no.
okay."
Yeah, it's kind of the joke.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're excited for all the struggle, all the fun, and we're like you were talking about with making videos and content. We're doing the road trip from here,
Nice.
and we're bringing our producer, and it's going to be a huge video or like road
Sweet.
trip video, doing mini interviews there with people, riding, and then on the way back we're going to do a wrap up episode at the Salt Flats outside of Salt Lake
dialed.
City, and so really excited for that video and content, and it's just fun. It's just
Yeah, no, that'll be rad.
yeah
There'll be plenty of stuff to film out there for sure.
yeah
Yeah.
Well, and I love what you say too about where companies don't really do stuff like this.
yeah
And not only
Yeah.
that, I mean, this year they increased it to, multiple locations, and it sounds
Yeah.
like there's more on the docket. And so I love the appreciation. I love how they like to, they're a race bike company, race focused company, and they've got whole, as you know, they've got whole teams and R&D and all that stuff like that geared towards that. Yet they hang with the commoners and party with the commoners, so to speak, and that's it sounds like a joy to them. So I love that, and I think that's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to as well. So
Yeah, fully. I mean, yeah, it's cool. Companies, they always do this stuff and, you kind of, they're always, it's like you walk up to them in their spot and you're just kind of the, layman and, asking them for stuff. But here, you're a part of it, which is
yeah
cool.
well, like when you were talking about, I don't know too many companies have done this. This is a new thing for Yeti. This is their 25th year doing
Yeah.
this, which is
Totally.
wild. And I don't know if
Yeah.
they missed a year during COVID or not, but probably. But yeah, it's awesome, and it's growing. Like Drew said, it's getting bigger. International, West Coast, up in Oregon.
Yeah.
A month ago or something. So yeah, that's great. So
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
yeah, Drew, do you have any more to add?
now let's close this bad boy out.
All right, let's do it. Well, thank you, Warren, for sharing not just the accomplishments, but parts of the journey that usually stay behind the scenes. It's important.
Yeah, fully
Yeah.
happy to share.
Yeah, and like I love walking away from this. I love just the sheer fact like you're throughout, and consistency throughout your race career, throughout being off the bike or off the circuit or whatever you want to call it. You're just this chill dude that just loves life, loves being in the woods, loves being in the ocean now. Loves the throttling of dirt bikes, and I just. Hey, I want to hang out with you, bro. So I'm looking forward
let's do
to
it.
the gathering. You're gonna
No,
have to
fully.
wait for me though on the trail. You're gonna have to wait for me for a long time,
Dude. I don't mind.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
and we appreciate your willingness to remind people that the biggest victories often happen long before anyone is paying attention. Like
Fully.
it's doing it for yourself too, and
Fully.
being vulnerable and sharing with our listeners. We have a lot of listeners that are not mountain bikers, and so that's why we are like, okay, these are all lessons that everyone can take
You can apply
into
to
any
anywhere.
discipline that they
Fully,
have.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean, this would all go hand in hand with pretty much anything you're into.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So,
and I wanted to give you some encouragement, like just hearing who you are. I feel like you have, like, I don't want to say you have ADD, but like when you were talking about having like I always got to be doing something and stuff.
Fully.
I feel like you have a really healthy balance between the two. to where it's enough to keep you going, enough to drive your curiosity, but you have learned a healthy balance of being in the moment too, and realizing what you have, and and where you've come from and how far you've gone, which is huge. Like, as a person that didn't learn that until 3 years ago, it's such a healthy place to be. So well done.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but it does take a lot of work.
It does.
There was a lot of moments where I was like, dude, what is going on? You know?
You learned though.
Yeah, but you learned. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah, so thanks very much for joining with us, sharing your story, being vulnerable at times. We really appreciate your time, and we are so stoked to not just end this episode and leave it at that, but we're stoked that in a few weeks we get to meet you in person, hang with you, and all that for sure.
Got
Yeah,
14
likewise.
days, 2 weeks.
Yep, we'll do some shredding.
Yeah,
sweet.
sounds good.
All right,
man.
thanks guys for having me.
Hey, call Jubal and Sean and tell them to get back to me.
They said they want to be on it, and then
they
nothing.
did.
It just drops.
Like, we had a full date planned with Sean, and I know he's busy with his race stuff going on, but and I just didn't hear back, and I'm like, dude, it's cool that we missed it, but like, let's go for the next time because we want to meet them too. So
I'll relay.
Thank
the
you.
message.
Appreciate it. All right, man.
And thanks everybody for listening today.
Yes.
Just a reminder, keep grinding, control what you can't control, and don't run from the hard days. They're usually the ones that shape us the most. So peace out and see you next time. Boop, boop, boop. Did I just say peace out?
You did say
I did
peace
say
out,
peace
bro.
out. Peace out.